I need to share a truth with you that might be shocking. The vast majority of people who use affirmations are simply wasting their time. They're speaking to a mirror that can't hear them. They repeat, "I am wealthy, I am wealthy." But deep down, in the core of their subconscious, the real belief, the actual vibration they're emitting, is one of lack. It's a feeling of, "I don't have enough." And the universe doesn't respond to your words. It responds to your true vibration. This is where the secret I'm revealing today comes in. The method nobody tells you about. It isn't about speaking. It's about deceiving your own mind. It's about faking it with such profound conviction that your subconscious, the part of you that commands everything, finally accepts that wealth is already your reality. And once it believes, the universe has no other option. It must conform to this new truth. Perhaps this sounds strange, but think about it. How many times have you tried to change your life by just repeating phrases, just wishing something would be different, and in the end, nothing happened? How many times did you believe the law of attraction didn't work, when in reality it was the way you were communicating with your subconscious that was failing? It's like trying to persuade a silent guardian with empty words, when the only language it understands is vivid emotion and the living images you hold within yourself. The subconscious is like a sacred vault, and the key that opens it isn't found in the words you mechanically repeat. The key is in the feeling, in what you can make your body experience as if it were true right now. And that is precisely what I will reveal step by step in this video. How to trick your mind so that it doesn't just listen, but truly believes. Imagine for a moment what it would be like if everything you desire were already a natural part of your life. Imagine opening your wallet and finding abundance, not emptiness. Imagine feeling the peace of waking up, knowing all your bills are paid, that you can pursue your dreams without the fear of scarcity. If you were able to visualize that just now, even for a few seconds, you've already taken the first step to outsmarting your mind. You've just knocked on the door that the subconscious keeps locked. But what comes next is even more powerful. Because the secret isn't just about imagining, it's about moving within that reality as if it were already tangible. This is where so many people get lost, and it's exactly where I'll show you the difference between those who manifest miracles and those who remain stuck in empty wishing. And I want you to pay close attention until the very end, because what I'll reveal at the conclusion of this video is the piece that ties everything together. It's the most powerful revelation of all, capable of transforming the way you manifest forever. Before we continue, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, because here I share truths you won't find anywhere else. That way, you won't miss any of the upcoming content that could open new paths in your life. And if at any point you feel that this knowledge is exactly what you've been searching for, I've left something special for you in the first pinned comment. Something that will help you apply this in your daily life in a practical and profound way. After you finish this video, go check it out, because it might be the missing key on your journey. Now, take a deep breath, because from this point forward, I will guide you into the labyrinth of your own mind. And inside that labyrinth, I'll show you how to turn the tables, how to transform a belief of "I don't have" into an unshakable certainty of "I already have." Are you ready? Then stay with me, because it all starts with a single step. The subconscious is not just a hidden part of your mind. It is like an immense invisible mirror, reflecting back to you everything you believe to be true. And the biggest trap is right there. You don't get what you want from the universe. You get what you believe in the deepest part of your soul. It's as if there's a secret judge inside you, one that completely ignores the words you speak and only responds to what you genuinely feel. How many times have you mentally repeated, "I am prosperous," while at the same time feeling that tightness in your chest, that sense of emptiness, that feeling that it wasn't true? This is where most people get lost, because they try to convince the subconscious with hollow phrases, when what's needed is to create an internal reality so intense, so vivid, that the mind can't distinguish between imagination and fact. This is the power of tricking the subconscious. Not in a negative sense, but in the sense of reprogramming. You act as if until it becomes real. You put on the identity of the person who has already achieved it, walk with the posture of someone who has already won, speak with the confidence of someone who already possesses it. And little by little, this internal theater ceases to be an act and becomes a reality accepted by the subconscious. Think of an actor playing a role. At first, they just memorize lines and rehearse gestures. But as they surrender to the character, they begin to feel what the character feels, to think like them, to breathe like them. There comes a moment when the line between reality and performance vanishes, and the actor truly becomes what they represent. This is exactly what you must do with your desires. You become the protagonist of the life you want to live. And here's a detail few understand. The subconscious cannot differentiate between what is real and what is imagined with intense emotion. It doesn't have the rational filter that the conscious mind insists on maintaining. For the subconscious, anything felt with intensity is truth. If you see yourself living in scarcity, it records that as reality. If you can project yourself into abundance, feeling in your body as if you already own it, it accepts this new version as law. This is why so many people fail with the law of attraction, because while they desire wealth, they continue to live mentally as if they are poor. While they ask for love, they continue to believe they are unworthy. While they dream of health, they remain trapped in an image of fragility. The subconscious doesn't negotiate. It makes no exceptions. It simply records and executes what is consistently vibrated. Now, imagine if you could use this mechanism in your favor. Imagine if, instead of reinforcing scarcity, fear, and lack, you could plant the absolute certainty of abundance in it. What would happen? The universe would have no choice. It would be forced to reorganize itself to reflect this new reality. It's like changing the frequency on a radio. You don't just change the song, you change the entire station. And this leads to the essential question: how do you trick the subconscious so convincingly that it has no choice but to surrender? The answer starts with one word: sensation. It's not enough to repeat phrases. It's not enough to visualize cold images. You must feel it as if it were real now. You need to close your eyes and transport yourself into the scene you want to live. You need to see yourself walking through your dream house, hear the sound of your footsteps on the floor, feel the texture of the wall, smell the scent in the air, feel the weight of the keys in your hand. You need to savor the moment as if it's already happening. This is the kind of rehearsal that fools the mind. And the more you repeat it, the more the subconscious records this experience as a true memory. It doesn't distinguish whether it was lived in the physical world or in your imagination. For the subconscious, every experience charged with emotion is a real experience. But there's an even deeper detail here. The subconscious is shaped during a state of relaxation. The more relaxed you are, the more susceptible it becomes to impressions. This is why Joseph Murphy said the best time to reprogram the mind is at night, just before falling asleep, or upon waking, when you're still in that state between sleep and wakefulness. It's at this moment that the conscious mind's guard is down and the gateway to the subconscious opens. So, what should you do? The moment you lie down, before scattered thoughts take over, you must bring to mind the exact scene of your desire. And not just see it, but live it. Feel yourself inside the situation as if it were already real. If you desire prosperity, see yourself counting money, paying bills with ease, traveling freely. If you desire love, see yourself being embraced, hearing words of affection, feeling the joy of being loved. And repeat this scene night after night until the subconscious imprints it as truth. You might ask, but what if I don't believe it? What if it just feels like a fantasy? Therein lies the secret. You don't have to believe it immediately. You just have to persist. Just keep living the scene, pretending with conviction. Like an actor who rehearses until they embody the character, you rehearse until you embody the new version of yourself. Sooner or later, the subconscious gives in. It accepts what is repeated with emotion, even if it feels false at first. And in this process, there is something even more powerful: the emotion of gratitude. When you add gratitude to your scene, it's like adding fuel to the engine. Because gratitude is not just a feeling, it is the vibrational signature of having already received. It's impossible to feel grateful for something that doesn't exist. Therefore, when you give thanks in advance, the subconscious understands. It has already happened. You start by being grateful as if it were already real, and this attitude breaks down the resistance of the conscious mind. It stops fighting and starts collaborating. Suddenly, what once seemed impossible begins to feel natural. You no longer feel like someone trying to achieve something, but like someone simply acknowledging what you already possess. Of course, doubt will try to creep in along the way. Your conscious mind will scream, "This isn't real. You're just imagining things." But remember, this is precisely what it means to trick the subconscious. You bypass the rational barrier and dive into the feeling. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. And there comes a point where the subconscious not only believes, but begins to direct every gesture, every thought, every choice to align your life with this new reality. And it is at this point that the universe responds. It cannot ignore a convinced subconscious. It cannot deny a consistent vibration. It's as if you've changed the delivery address for your life's packages. When you were vibrating scarcity, you received lack. Now, vibrating abundance, you receive prosperity. Remember, you aren't just asking the universe for something. You are becoming what you desire. This is the difference between dreaming and manifesting. Dreaming is wanting something distant. Manifesting is bringing it inside yourself until the external world has no choice but to reflect it. And all of this can start right now. You don't need to wait for circumstances to change. You don't need external proof to feel abundance. You just need to decide to step into the scene, put on the costume, and feel it as if it's real. The rest is just a consequence. If this message has resonated with you so far, I've left something special in the first pinned comment that will deepen this process in a practical and direct way. When you finish this video, be sure to click it, because it could be exactly what you've been looking for to finally turn the key in your life. Now, take another deep breath and realize that the only barrier between you and the life you desire is the story your subconscious is still telling. Today, you have the chance to change that story. Today, you can trick the mind and awaken the miracle. And at the end of this video, I will share the most powerful revelation of all, the piece that connects this entire puzzle. Because if you understand what I'm about to reveal, you will never see manifestation the same way again. The most powerful truth of all is about to be revealed, and perhaps you've never heard it put so clearly. Everything we've discussed up to this point, visualizing, feeling, tricking the subconscious with conviction, is fundamental. But there is a final point, an invisible thread that connects this whole tapestry and determines whether you will truly manifest or just continue wishing. That point is your ability to detach from the outcome. Yes, I know that sounds contradictory. You've spent so much time wanting something, imagining it, feeling it, placing yourself inside the scene, and now I'm telling you that you need to let it go. But this is precisely where the magic happens. Because as long as you hold on to the desire with anxiety, you are vibrating lack. You are telling the universe that you don't have it yet. And in doing so, all your internal work loses its power. The subconscious needs to believe it's already real, and believing it's real means living with a sense of naturalness, without desperation, without hurry. It means planting the seed and trusting that it will sprout, even if the ground appears barren for a while. This is where the greatest secret of all comes in. Silent faith. The faith that doesn't ask for proof, that doesn't demand immediate results. The faith that walks as if it has already received. When you reach this state, the subconscious fully surrenders. It doesn't just believe, It begins to act as if it were law, and when it acts, the universe responds. Notice the difference. An anxious person is always looking at the clock, asking when it will happen, checking for signs, demanding answers. This vibration reveals only one certainty, that they still don't have it. But a person who trusts lives as if it's natural. They speak with tranquility, make coherent decisions, and breathe in abundance even before they can see it with their own eyes. And this is the posture that opens the doors of the invisible. Joseph Murphy used to say that the subconscious is like fertile soil. You plant the seed and must trust that nature will do the rest. If you dig up the soil every day to check if the root has grown, you kill the seed. The same happens with your mind. If you insist on doubting, on demanding results, you interrupt the creative process. But if you plant with conviction and give thanks as if you have already received, you will inevitably see the harvest. And here I must touch on something that may hurt, but will also liberate you. The greatest prison people face isn't a lack of opportunities. It's not the external world, the economy, or their family. The greatest prison is within the mind. It's the stories you tell yourself every single day. It's the memories of failure, the "I never succeed," the "I'm not good enough," the "life is hard." It's this hidden narrative that keeps you stuck in the same place. Tricking the subconscious is about changing that narrative. It's about starting to tell a new story until it becomes the only possible reality. And you have that power. The power to change the internal movie, to alter the invisible programming that governs your life. It doesn't matter how long you've spent repeating old patterns, because the subconscious doesn't know the past. For it, there is only the now. If you start to feel something different today, that is what will be recorded. So, what is the most powerful revelation of all? It's the understanding that you don't have to wait for anything outside of you to change, to start living differently on the inside. Your freedom doesn't depend on circumstances, it depends on the way you choose to vibrate right now. If you learn to wear abundance before it arrives, it must come. If you learn to feel love before you find it, it will appear. If you learn to be grateful before you receive, the gift will be delivered. This is the key that closes the entire loop. You trick the subconscious by creating vivid scenes, you feed this illusion with intense emotion, you water it with gratitude, and finally, you release control, trusting that life will take care of the rest. This is the point where many fail, but it is also the point where miracles happen for those who persist. And now, take a deep breath and allow yourself to feel. Imagine that the life you've dreamed of is already happening. Not tomorrow, not in a month, but right now. Imagine yourself living in it, smiling in it, breathing in it. And after feeling this deeply, let go. Walk through your day in peace, in confidence, as if you already possess this reality. Because in fact, you already do. If you've made it this far, it's because you are ready to turn the key. And to make this transformation even more intense, I've left something in the first pinned comment made especially for you, so you can apply this knowledge in a practical and definitive way. After you finish this video, go and click it. It might be the step you were missing to transform your life from the inside out. And before we finish, I want to ask you something simple. If this message spoke to you, if at any point you felt that shiver of truth, if you identified with it, if you realized you were hearing exactly what you needed to hear, then hit the like button now and subscribe to the channel. By doing so, you show me that this content made sense, and you help me continue bringing revelations that can change lives. Remember, tricking the subconscious isn't about lying to yourself. It's about claiming the greater truth that already exists within you, but was hidden behind layers of fear and scarcity. It's about awakening the divine spark that has always been there, waiting for the right moment to shine. That moment has arrived. Your mind has understood. Your heart has felt it. Now it's only a matter of time before the universe responds, because it always responds. Always.